Welcome to the fascinating world of the Queen of Sheba, a legendary figure whose story bridges ancient history and enduring myth. Subscribe to our channel, do like and share. Now let's continue. The Queen of Sheba appears in texts across the world, but her earliest mention is found in the biblical books of 1 Kings and 2 Chronicles. According to these accounts, she was a powerful monarch ruling over Sheba, a wealthy land renowned for gold, spices, and incense. Historical experts generally associate Sheba with the Sabaean kingdom, an influential civilization in what is now Yemen. However, Ethiopian tradition tells a different story, identifying the Queen of Sheba as Makeda, who is said to have ruled the kingdom of Aksum. Both regions, Sabaean and Aksumite, were gateways for trade between Africa, Arabia, and the wider world. The wealth of Sheba stemmed from controlling strategic trade routes, connecting major cultures and economies across these regions. The Queen's legendary journey begins with her visit to King Solomon, the celebrated ruler of Israel. Biblical texts describe how she came to Solomon's court with a grand caravan laden with gold, spices, precious stones, and remarkable gifts. She challenged Solomon with difficult questions, seeking to test his famed wisdom and knowledge. King Solomon answered all her riddles and questions, impressing the queen with his insight and understanding. Moved by Solomon's wisdom, the Queen of Sheba praised Israel's God, acknowledging divine favor upon his kingdom. After exchanging gifts and mutual respect, she returned to her homeland, even wealthier in wisdom and diplomacy. But the Queen of Sheba's legacy extends far beyond these ancient biblical passages. Jewish tradition, through the Talmud and later writings, expanded her story, attributing miraculous events to her life. Christianity, too, found lessons in her visit. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus refers to her as the Queen of the South, highlighting her search for truth. Islamic tradition, as recounted in the Quran, names her Bilqis and tells of her encounter with the Prophet Solomon, emphasizing her eventual acceptance of monotheism. Ethiopian lore, preserved in the Kabra Nagast, claims she bore King Solomon a son named Menelik I, who would become the legendary founder of the Solomonic dynasty. These layered traditions reflect the deep admiration various cultures have held for the Queen of Sheba throughout history. Archaeological research offers some support for her existence, focusing on the ancient Sabaean kingdom's monumental ruins and inscriptions. Excavations have uncovered impressive structures and trade goods from the Sabaean heartland, confirming their prosperity and international connections. Royal diplomacy, such as visits between monarchs, was common among ancient civilizations to strengthen alliances and exchange knowledge. The Queen's journey to Solomon's court fits this historical context, drawing parallels with other documented royal exchanges of the era. Ancient inscriptions list a succession of powerful priest kings and queens, underscoring Sheba's prominence in the region. The Sheba-Solomon narrative may have commemorated an actual trade mission or symbolized peaceful relations between ancient states. Over the centuries, artists, writers, and poets have reimagined the queen as a paragon of female leadership and wisdom. Famous works of art, from Renaissance paintings to modern films, continue to capture her enduring mystique. In literature, she stands as a symbol of intellectual curiosity and spiritual seeking. In Ethiopia, the Queen of Sheba remains a revered ancestor, central to cultural identity and imperial lineage. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church honors her role in establishing ties between Africa and the Holy Land. Her visit to Solomon represents a pivotal moment of cultural and religious exchange. As a historical figure, the Queen of Sheba embodies the meeting point between fact and legend. Modern historians sift through archaeological data, ancient texts, and folklore to piece together her true story. Despite the challenges of separating myth from reality, her narrative continues to captivate those who seek the roots of civilization. Her story reveals the intertwined histories of Africa, the Middle East, and the ancient Mediterranean. The Queen of Sheba's wisdom drew widespread admiration, and her reputation reached well beyond her lifetime. In each tradition, Jewish, Christian, Islamic, and Ethiopian, the Queen takes on new meanings and significance. For centuries, her journey has been retold as an example of worldliness, courage, and open-mindedness. Even in the modern era, her example inspires discussions of leadership, diplomacy, and cultural exchange. Legends portray the Queen of Sheba as deeply knowledgeable, versed in astronomy, magic, and ancient wisdom. Some accounts speak of her beauty and intelligence, making her a compelling subject for storytellers through the ages. Others highlight her faith and respect for the divine, reflecting different communities' religious values. Archaeology continues the search for direct evidence of her reign, promising new discoveries in the rich landscapes of Yemen and Ethiopia. Innovative research in linguistics, ancient records, and material culture brings renewed focus to her remarkable story. The enduring allure of the Queen of Sheba shows how a single figure can unite the legends and aspirations of multiple civilizations. From ancient ruins to religious manuscripts, evidence of her influence is scattered across continents. The true nature of her relationship with Solomon will remain a source of speculation and intrigue. Her appearance in so many texts testifies to her historical impact, regardless of the exact details of her life. The Queen's journey from Africa to Jerusalem is both a literal and symbolic crossing of worlds. This meeting of cultures gave rise to centuries of myth-making and shared religious heritage. The gifts she brought have inspired tales of prosperity, generosity, and immense wealth. Some traditions claim that her wisdom surpassed even that of many kings of her era. Her legendary riddles and questions are a symbol of humanity's lifelong search for understanding and truth. Today, she stands as a powerful example of a woman leader who changed history through intellect and diplomacy. For scholars, the Queen of Sheba represents a critical link in the chain of ancient world rulers. Through her story, we glimpse the interconnectedness of Africa, Arabia, and the wider ancient world. Her influence can be felt in the art, religion, and literature of diverse nations. Modern nations draw inspiration from her for lessons in unity, respect, and international cooperation. Her diplomatic mission remains a model for peaceful engagement between powerful states. As a symbol, she bridges gaps between continents, beliefs, and time periods. The Queen of Sheba's story invites us to look deeper into the history of women who shaped civilizations. Her journey is a testament to the enduring power of questions and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. She embodies the legacy of ancient queens whose wisdom created pathways for understanding and alliance. The Queen's dialogue with Solomon reminds us of the ongoing dialogue between cultures and faiths. Ultimately, the Queen of Sheba's legend persists because it represents hope for peaceful encounters and shared wisdom. Her story's mysteries continue to intrigue archaeologists, historians, and storytellers worldwide. The echoes of her influence still resonate in trade routes, royal lineages, and global imagination. The search for the historical Queen of Sheba will persist as long as curiosity endures. What remains certain is her status as one of history's greatest and most enigmatic monarchs. For more discovery of the Bible, do subscribe now.